So with a few years gone by since the release of Avatar: The Way of Water, director James Cameron is about to begin the hype train for Avatar: Fire and Ash, the third film in his record-breaking franchise that started with 2009's original. At CinemaCon a few days ago, Disney debuted the first footage from Avatar 3, with those in attendance getting to watch stunning high frame rate 3D scenes from the new film. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you the footage description and details from that presentation in Las Vegas. Before I get into it though, if you want to keep up to date on any of my content surrounding the Avatar sequels and other sci-fi series such as Denis Villeneuve's Dune, then don't forget to support this upload by giving it a like rating and subscribing to the channel. But without further ado, let's dive into the footage description for Avatar 3. So during the Disney presentation at CinemaCon 2025, the audience were given 3D glasses, and this signalled an exciting return to Pandora. Indeed, Disney unveiled the very first footage from Avatar: Fire and Ash, the third installment in James Cameron's legendary fantasy series. Although the director could not attend in person, he said a few words and entrusted the presentation to Zoe Saldana, who of course plays Neytiri. When it comes to details shared at the event, they revealed a new logo for the film, which looks quite apocalyptic, and then gave some more details about it. It was revealed that the whale creature Payakan will return, alongside a female Tolkien friend named Tanuk. As we expected, they also confirmed that the Ash people are going to be the primary antagonists. Cameron then spoke a bit about the film, saying, "The footage has been well received by people who've seen it, and the feedback has said that it's definitely the most emotional and maybe the best of the three so far. We'll find out of course, but I feel pretty good about it. And the work is exceptional from the actors. Let's just say it's pretty heart-wrenching in a good way." Avatar star Zoe Saldana then took the stage and said, "Fire and Ash expands the beautiful world of Pandora and introduces two new clans, the Wind Traders and the Ash people. The Wind Traders, also known as the Tleilim clan, are a new faction of Navi who explore vibrant moon riding on enormous jellyfish-like creatures. Leading this group is Palak, portrayed by the talented David Flewless, who brings to life a vibrant and stylish chieftain. A few months back, Cameron said that the Wind Traders coral gigantic Pandoran creatures to soar among the clouds. They're nomadic traders equivalent to the camel caravans of the Spice Road back in the Middle Ages. Like all Navi, they live in a symbiosis with their creatures, and if you've got any nautical blood in your veins, you'll want to be on their ship. When it then comes to the Ash people, we will then discover the Ash Village, the place of the Mangwon clan, where vibrant colours are conspicuously absent. It's a stark contrast from the world we know so far, and yet in true Avatar style, still depicts a symbiosis between the land and its people. The Mangwon clan had a natural disaster befall them, and that sort of helped shape their culture as the Ash people, which Cameron described as truly antagonistic. So much of the world of Pandora is rich and vibrant and full of life, and this is just the exact opposite. The centre of their village used to be a massive home tree, which is now all charred remains. The director mentions that they used to live not too dissimilarly from the Omaticaya in Avatar 1. He continued, remarking that Varang is the leader of the Ash people, who have gone through an incredible hardship. She's hardened by that experience, and she will do anything for them, even things that we would consider to be evil. He said, "One thing we wanted to do in this film is not be black and white simplistic. We're trying to evolve beyond the all humans are bad, all Navi are good paradigm." Following these details, the audience was then led into a sizzle reel where it sounds like they were treated to some amazing footage featuring all of these new elements. The footage opens with the Metcaina water tribe showcasing characters navigating through debris. It then shifts to scenes featuring the children, including Loak, Kiri and Tesseria, as they spend time together. "The strength of your ancestors is here," Tesseria tells Loak, placing her hand on his chest. The Wind Traders then arrive, sparking excitement among the Metkayina. The atmosphere from them is warm and welcoming, with cheers filling the air and younger characters like Kiri and Spider joining them, riding alongside them on their ekrans. Now, I'm not sure what happened to Spider following the end of The Way of Water, because if you remember, he went off with Quaritch. So we'll have to see what happens between then and now. But moving on, Cameron captures in this moment the genuine affection for the Wind Traders, and we get a good visual portrayal of how they operate. The vessels resemble flying pirate ships, their sails crafted from a nearly transparent fabric. Crew members issue commands reminiscent of classic pirate films, and their ships glide effortlessly through the air. As they navigate the mountains, other Navi, like Natiri, accompany them on their ekrans. So everything at this point in the footage seems quite calm. But this does not last, because we then get the introduction of the film's antagonists. Natiri notices a figure observing them from above and calls out to Jake Sully in alarm. It turns out to be the Ash People, who exude a far more intimidating aura than the familiar Navi, largely due to their striking red war paint and the fiery sparks trailing from their ekrans. The Ash tribe descend on them, launching a fierce aerial assault, leading to an epic mid-air confrontation. We see Jake Sully taking aim with his firearm, while Natiri skillfully releases arrows from her bow. However, the Ash tribe retaliates with flaming arrows that begin to set the Wind Traders' ships ablaze. Soon after this, Jake then appears to be journeying alone through Pandora, navigating past towering volcanoes, before finally reaching what seems to be the entrance to the Ash People's home tree, surrendering with his arms raised. There's also footage that shows Jake and Natiri having more family problems, specifically with Loak, as they tell him, "You can't live in hate." Then Tonawari, the chief of the Metkayina, expresses that they are unable to overcome foes that descend from the stars. And this statement is backed up because the sizzle reel included footage showing the Ash People appearing to ally with Quaritch and the rest of the human RDA forces. This was actually something I predicted in my Avatar 3 video a while back, and I said that this team up might ultimately lead to Quaritch switching sides by the very end. I'm not sure if that will happen as soon as I said it would, but with Stephen Lang set to appear in most of the Avatar films beyond this, I think it will be more interesting for his character to make that change at some point. We'll have to see if that happens, but right now, the footage at CinemaCon does confirm that he's teaming up with the Ash People. We then come to the final few shots of the footage, and we discover that Natiri is in a hospital, desperately calling out for her children. This is followed by a sudden raid, featuring a brief glimpse of a Tolkien's eye. And the montage culminates in a colossal battle, taking place amidst what appears to be the floating mountains. It seems that the characters are surrounded by remnants of an ongoing conflict. And in the midst of this chaos, Natiri confronts Farang, the leader of the Ash People. Natiri gives off a snarl, and Farang retaliates by using a flamethrower-like weapon. Farang ends the footage by saying, "Your goddess has no dominion here," confirming that the Ash People don't believe in Awa. So when Cameron said that the Ash People would be true antagonists, this confirms that he wasn't lying. We'll have to see if that changes as the story progresses, but for now, it's clear that the Ash People are going to be a big threat for the other Navi tribes to deal with. So now that I've discussed what was shown at CinemaCon with all the new footage, when do I think all of us will get to see this in the form of a first trailer? Well, if we go back to Avatar: The Way of Water, the first trailer for that film was released in front of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness in theatres on May the 6th, 2022. It was shown in theatres first, and it got a lot of people excited when they saw the footage on the big screen for the very first time. So you'd have to expect that 20th Century Studios and Disney would look to follow that marketing pattern with Fire and Ash, showing it in theatres in front of a big movie this May. When thinking about this, the two potential candidates in May for this trailer to debut in front of has to be either Thunderbolts on May the 2nd or Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning on May the 23rd. With Thunderbolts being under the Disney label, I'd expect that this is where they will choose to debut the first trailer. It's very close to being the same day as what the Way of Water's trailer debuted on, and it's another Marvel movie, so I can see them choosing that date to try and get more eyes on the new Avatar trailer. Now, they might choose to drop it online a few days before and then attach it to the release of Thunderbolts, but because of James Cameron's support for theatrical and his stance on dropping his trailers in theatres in the past, I see him releasing it on the big screen first. So at this moment in time, I'm predicting that the Avatar 3 trailer will be shown in theatres with Marvel's Thunderbolts. Whether it's the same sizzle reel footage audiences got at CinemaCon or it's completely new footage is up for question, but whatever we do see, it's likely to be an initial teaser that doesn't give us all that much of the story. I think we can expect stunning production and visuals with glimpses at the Ash People, the Wind Traders, and all the new characters. And then following this, the later full trailer can get more into the story and the emotional turns of Cameron's new movie. We'll have to see what they give us, but I must say I'm really excited to see what this new film holds, as Cameron and co have been hyping it up for quite a while. But that was my video discussing the first footage that was shown from Avatar 3. We'll have to see what James Cameron and his creative team cook up with the new film, and I think there's a lot of potential with all the new characters and plot elements being introduced to really elevate the saga beyond what we've already seen. The new footage sounds like it's delivering, and I'm sure that we'll all get a good look at it soon. Director James Cameron has delivered timeless films over many different decades, and I think we're about to get another with Avatar: Fire and Ash. We'll have to see, and I'm looking forward to getting a better idea of the new film story when that first trailer does come out. But let me know down below in the comments section whether you're looking forward to the next Avatar film and whether this new footage description gets you any more excited for it. For much more videos and news on James Cameron's Avatar universe, then subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Also, if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like rating and follow me on social media via the links in the description. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been Cortex, and as always, make some noise.